Hello everyone, myself Baby Rani, working as the Assistant Professor in Cybersecurity and Data Science Department in MLR Institute of Technology, Hyderabad. In today's session, we are discussing about statements and syntax in Python. Overview of the presentation is Python statement, multi-line statements, comments in Python, indentation, quotation, flavors of Python, top companies using Python, how Python interpreter works when we declare a variable. So the first one is the Python statement. So here the Python interpreter treats a piece of text terminated by a hard carriage return. We are calling it as a one statement. For example, if we are writing in IDLE Python, we are writing print hello. This is a simple line. We are taking it as a statement. So it is the simple Python statement. So after writing this line, it goes to the next line only. So the print contain the new line character is there. So what they are saying is the Python interpreter treats a piece of text terminated by a hard carriage return. Means after writing one particular text, we are entering into the new line means the first line we are calling it as a statement. So some of the example for that is message is equal to hello world. The next one. So next we are going to the next line, that is code equal to 123. Next name is equal to 20.5. So these all are the variables. So the first variable is message. After we are going to the next line, that also contain the variables only. So each line we are calling it as a text. Each line we are calling it as a statement. So it means each line in a Python script is a statement. So each line, message is a statement, code is a statement, and name is also a statement. In C, we are having, whenever we need to specify the particular line is a statement, means it ends with the semicolon only. But in Python, there is no need of giving the semicolon. So the text contain, it has to be, the statement contain the text and it goes to the next line means it is a one statement. The examples for that is message, code and name. Next one, multi-line statements. So if you want to write a text more than one line, at that time we are using the multi-line statements. The multi-line statement we are using the backslash. So if we want to show the text spread over more than one line, so the text can be spread over than more line means, so we have to use the backslash as continuation character. So here we are specifying that the backslash is an continuation character. So it spreads the data in the next line also. So the output will be in the same line. See here, I wrote one code, message is equal to hello world in the first line. The second line, welcome to Python programming. After that, backslash is there. Means it is a continuation character. Means hello world appended to the welcome to Python programming. Again, we are having the I am simple other language. So here it is appending hello world, welcome to Python programming, I am simple than other languages. So it is appending every line. So the backslash we are calling it as a continuation character or appending the text to another text. So this is the continuation character, we are calling it as a explicit line continuation. Explicit line continuation. Why means the data, the text is going to the next line, but we are continuing with the help of the backslash only. Again, in the multi-line statements, we are having implicit lines also there, implicit line characters. So how we are defining the implicit line? Continuation means line continuation implied inside parentheses or brackets or braces. Here what we are doing is to, for example, colors, red, blue, green. If you want to display the same text in the single line means we are using the parentheses or brackets or braces. Here we use the square braces. Square braces means it is a list. So the list displays entire data in the single line. If you want to display the same data in each value in different line means we have to use the for loops here. So it is called as a means we are using the parentheses or brackets or braces means it is the implicit line continuation. Or otherwise you are using the continuation character, that is backslash, we are calling it as a explicit line continuation. Next one, multiple statements in single line. If we want to declare a all the variables or all the statements in single line, we can use the semicolon. So if you want to write multiple statements in a single line, basically in Python, we are writing the set of instructions line by line. Line 1, line 2, like that. But if you want to declare all the statements in single line, means we can use the semicolon. So an example, message is equal to hello world. After continuation, we are using the semicolon. Code equal to 1, 2, 3. Name equal to Steve. If you want to print the message, means you can write like this. Print message code comma name. So the one line contain all the program. One line contain n number of statements are there. So in this way, we can write the program in single line with the help of semicolon. Next one, comments in Python. So whenever you are writing a program for if you want to develop any big software, any large software, at that time you have to specify the what type of program it is. So you have to write the comment lines. At that case, we are using for writing the comments. What we are using is for single line comment, we are using the hash. So in Python script, the symbol hash indicates the start of a comment line. So with the help of the hash, this is the first program. This is the login page. So at that case, we are using the hash. For writing the single comment, single line comment, we are using the hash. It is effective till the end of the line in the editor. So this is login page. This is login page code I am writing. If you are writing in continuation, means it doesn't work. So for writing the single line comment, we are using the single hash. It can be used also in the middle of the line. The text before it is a valid Python expression. For example, so this is a comment. So this is the one comment. After writing the code also, we can define the comments. This is also a comment, but after a statement. Before a statement, we can define the comment. After the code also, we can define the statement. After the code also, we can define the comments. So with the help of the hash. For defining the single comment, we are using the hash. So here in Python, there is no provision to write multi-line comments or block comment. So here, then how to represent multi-line comments in Python? So for that, we have to, every time for each line, you have to use a hash. One method is, every time you have to use the hash. This is comment written in more than just one line. So this is the, every starting of the comment, we have to specify the hash, or otherwise we can use the triple quotes for writing the multiple line comments. One way is to, with the help of hash, we can write the multiple line comments. So, but every line you have to specify the hash. Then only it will understand it is a comment. Or otherwise, you can use the, for defining the multiple lines as a comment, we have to use the triple quotes. Triple quotes, for example, hello program, it contains student name, student roll number, etc. After completing this, we need to close the triple quotes also. So this is the multi-line comments. At that case, we have to use the triple quotes. Starting, we have to start with the triple quotes and we have to enclose with the, we have to close the triple quotes. So here another example, this is a comment written in more than just one line. So they used the triple quotes. So up to now, we completed the how to declare a Python statement and multi-line statements. In the multi-line statements, we are having the implicit line continuation and the explicit line continuation. And the next one is how we have to define the comments for writing the single line and for defining the multiple lines. Now we are going for the indentation. So the indentation is nothing but the, whenever we are seeing the code, we have to understand the particular statements belongs to the program. So for example, we are having 10 lines of code is there. So these continuation lines belongs to the this particular task or not, we don't know. So for that case, in C programming language, we are using curly braces. By seeing the curly braces, we are understanding this particular block of code belongs to the particular function or particular for loop or particular if condition statements. But here we are not, the Python does not support the curly braces. Here we are not using the any curly braces for representing the block of statements. Here we are using the indentation. So we'll learn the indentation. Before going to that, one of the most distinctive feature of Python is use of indentation to mark blocks of code. So for identifying the which block the program, which block the statements are, which block the statements belongs to, we have to identify with the help of the indentation only. So generally in C, C++, Java languages, we use curly brackets to indicate the block of code for class, function definition or flow of control, means for loops. If, else, while. But in Python, curly braces are not allowed for identifying the block of code. So for identifying the block of code, they are using the indentation. The indentation is nothing but the white spaces. So here, then what is an indentation? So in Python, block of code are denoted by indentation. Indentation refers to the white spaces at the beginning of the code line. At the beginning of the code line. So using these white spaces, we are defining program blocks. So let us see one example. Here, test is equal to 5. So we declared one variable that contains the test equal to 5. The next value is, the next statement is if test less than 10, exclamation mark. So it goes to the next line. If the condition is true, it goes to the if block, or depending on the condition, it goes to the else block. For example, test is equal to 5. 5 less than 10. If the condition is true, it executes the if block. If the condition is false, it goes to the else block. So depending on the situation, it goes. So here they given some spaces. After if statement, the next line contains the some spaces, then only we are having the print statement is there. So these spaces we are calling it as a indentation. So by seeing the indentation, this statement belongs to the if block. And else. So else is there, else contain the body is there. So it has some space is there. This space we are calling it as a indentation. So if the indentation is there, means the print C belongs to the else. The body of the else contain the body contain print C value is there. So this is the statement belongs to else. By seeing the indentation only, we will understand. So the particular statement belongs to which block. If it is, for example, test is equal to 5. If test less than 10, print A. I am writing print hello. This print statement belongs to main block, because I am not giving any indentation. If I am giving indentation means, so if I am not using any space, means it belongs to the main program. If I am giving indentation means it belongs to the if code only. So here, where in other programming languages, the indentation in code is for readability only. Means whenever you are writing the algorithms, we are writing the spaces for defining the code. But here in Python, we are using the indentation only, not the curly braces, for identifying the block of code. How to use this? When a block is to be started, type the exclamation symbol, means colon, and press enter, then follow indentation. So after entering the exclamation mark, it gives the indentation only. So the instructions for giving an indentation. First one, use 4 spaces for indentation and no tabs. So we have to give the 4 spaces. We have to use a space button only. We don't use the tabs. Do not mix tabs and spaces. So we have to use the 4 spaces only. Tabs create confusion. It is recommended to use only spaces. Next, Python will give you an error if you skip the indentation. So use the same number of spaces in the same block of code. For example, I am writing message is equal to 1, 2, 3. After that, I am giving 4 spaces. Again, I wrote code is equal to hello. It is also a variable. This is also a variable. Why I given indentation at that time, it raises an error, indentation error. So the variable should be in the main program only. So the message and the code will start from the starting of the line. So means code is equal to hello. So for example, if message equal to 1, 2, 3. So I am giving exclamation mark. So whenever you are entering exclamation mark, it goes to the, it gives the 4 spaces, then only it will start the line. Means I am printing message. Print message. So if message equal to 1, 2, 3, then only it prints. Else print code. Means if message equal to 1, 2, 3, that's why it is printing 1, 2, 3 value only. So if it is the message equal to not 1, 2, 3 means if I are entering means message is equal to here we are using the input function for taking the data at runtime. Enter a value. Enter a value. So here what the output will be, first we'll get the enter a value. So after entering in the value, it checks the if block. If message equal to 1, 2, 3, it prints the message, or otherwise it prints the code only. So this is the indentation. The indentation is used to identify the block of code. So for starting any function or for starting of the any decision statements or loops, we need to give the indentation for every function definition or every for loops or while loops. Next, we are going for the quotations. Quotations are nothing but the, whenever you are giving a string type of data, we need to use the single quotes or double quotes, or we can use the single quote plus double quotes and triple quotes also for defining the strings, because here in Python it does not support the characters like C. In C it supports the C characters, but here in Python it supports, if the single character also, it is considering it as a string. So quotation symbols are used to create a string object in Python. For defining the string, we need to specify either single quotes or double quotes or the triple quotes. Python recognizes single, double, triple quoted strings. String literals are written by enclosing sequence of characters in single quotes. For example, if you want to display a hello message on the screen, so you have to specify the data in the, for example, var1, here one example is there, var1 equal to hello. If you are printing var1 means it displays hello. Next, var2. So I am specifying in the single quotes, it is allowed. In Python, double quotes, hello. var2 is equal to hello. The next one is the triple quotes. It is the combination of single quote plus double quotes. Means first we have to enter the single quote, after the double quotes. In that I am writing my text hello. We have to first enclose the double quote and enclose the single quote. Means at that time we'll get the hello. Or otherwise in this way also you can write double quote double quote, after that single quote, hello. So starting with the single quote, we have to close the single quote and we have to close the double quote. So print means it displays the hello message with single quotes. So for defining the string, we have to use the single quotes, double quotes, or mixed of single quote plus double quotes and triple quotes also. Where for equal to triple quotes we used, it prints the hello only. So in this way, we are defining the quotations for strings. The next one is the flavors of Python. So in Python, we are having different flavors are there, means different versions are there. So each version is for the compatibility purpose, for the integration purpose, we released different flavors of the Python. The first one is the C Python, Jython, Iron Python, PyPy and Ruby Python. The first one, C Python. It is the version of Python. It is another version of Python. Here, the C Python runs the Python script and it generates the bytecode. The C Python compiles, the C Python translates Python code, compiles the Python code and generates bytecode. So the C Python acts as a compiler for generating the bytecode. After generating the bytecode, again the C Python virtual machine executes the program and generates the results. So the C Python, why we introduce the C Python means for compatibility purpose. In C environment also, we can execute our Python programs. So in C environment also, we can use the Python libraries as well as the C libraries also. For those cases, we are having the C Python version is there. The next one is the Jython. So here, Java plus Python. It is the implementation, another implementation of Python. So here it supports the Java libraries and Python code also. Means it runs the Python code runs in the Java virtual machine. The Jython compiles the Python code. After compiling, it generates the bytecode and it is executed by the Java virtual machine. Means the Java code in Python code, we can use the Java libraries also. Means we are integrating the Java plus as well as the Python also. So we can use the Python libraries as well as the Java libraries for doing our work. Next one, Iron Python. Iron Python is the implementation of the Python with the help of .NET framework. So it supports the .NET framework also. So the Iron Python is the Python program can be executed in .NET environment. So .NET environment, here we can use the .NET libraries for executing our programs. For writing the program also, we can use the .NET libraries for writing the Python. The Python code supports for accessing the .NET libraries. Next one, PyPy. So the PyPy is the extension or the alternative of the Python only. Here it focuses on speed of the Python. Means here it uses the just-in-time compiler for executing the Python code more quickly compared to the C Python. Compared to the C Python, it generates the output. So the PyPy is used for the speed purpose. It generates the result fast compared to the C Python. The next one is the Ruby Python. Ruby Python is also another version of Python. Here we are executing the Python code in Ruby programming environment. So the Ruby application contain, for example, the Ruby application contain Python code means it executes the Python code in the Ruby application also. It provides the integration between all the flavors. It is a combination of Python as well as their own language. So each language has some set of rules are there, some libraries are there. It supports the Python as well as their libraries also. So these comes under the flavors of Python. The next one, top companies using Python. So in which company is using the Python means we are having different companies is there. So the first one is the Google company. In Google, they'll use the the programming languages. The first one is the C++, Java, and the Python is also they'll use the Google Python, C++, Java. For the speed up purpose, for the quick results, for the less code, they are using the Python. And the next one is Amazon. So the machine learning engine is powered by Python. So here it understands the human data. For example, if you are searching something, every time you are searching the same thing means every time it recommends the same type of products because the machine learning engine. So it is powered by the Python only. So in Amazon it uses. The next one, Microsoft. Python used for data science and analytics. It contains the data, so it performs the analysis. So it segregates the what type usable data, non-usable data, and with the help of those data, it generates a meaningful data. So we are having lot of data in the dump. So with the help of those data, we are segregating the meaningful data for our work, for our tasks. Next one, Facebook. Python helps in maintaining, managing FB infrastructure. For developing the FB also, they used the Python. And Instagram. So in the Instagram, they used the C Python. So Instagram is a combination of C language as well as the Python also. Main tool to execute the code. Spotify. Python used for backend and data analysis. In the Spotify, we are having the backend means it contains a lot of programs. It maintains the backend data. In that backend data, it has songs, playlists. So many songs are there. So many movie songs are there. Whenever you are asking, it gives the data to you. So means it maintains the backend with the help of Python only. Data analysis. Analysis means the particular person every time searching for which type of movie songs, which type of songs they are searching. So depending on that, they'll give the recommendations. Next one, Netflix also. Python used for machine learning and marketing. So they'll market means they'll recommend some sites or they'll recommend some movies or some recommendations of the series like that. So Uber is also using the Python, Yahoo, YouTube, Mozilla, Dropbox. All these companies using the Python language for their task. The next one is the how Python interpreter works when we declare a variable. For example, all of you know about the variable. Variable is nothing but it holds a value. A is equal to 10. A is an identifier. A equal to 10 is an variable. So it is a value also. 10 is a value. A is an identifier. By combining all these things, we are saying that it is a variable. So here, how Python interpreter works when we declare a variable. So the process of treating variables is somewhat different from many other programming languages. So in C, it takes in different way. In Python, it takes in different way. We'll see all those things. In C, it actually creates a block of memory. Whenever you are entering a value, whenever you are entering a variable, we are creating a variable, it creates a block of memory space. It gives one space so that it can hold the value. After creating the memory space, it holds the value. So like this. So A contain the value that is 1. So int A is equal to 1. Now in Python, everything is considered as an object. So whatever the value, whatever the identifier, whatever it may be, whatever the function it may be, it is considering it as a object because the Python is a procedure-oriented language plus object-oriented language. That's why it is taking every variable it as a object. So in Python, variables work more like tags. Tags means, so here one is there. So it is tagging to the variable. It is tagging to the identifier. So one is there, one contain the tag. The tag contain the variable name. So the A belongs to, the A contain the value 1. For example, I am creating another variable. A is equal to 1, B is equal to 1. So it tags. 1 is there. It contains, A holds the value and B contains the same value. It does not create the new memory space for B. Means in C, it is the wastage of memory. But in Python, so it uses the same value. It uses the same memory space for tagging the another variable also. So in Python, variables work like tags. When you do an assignment in Python, it tags a value with the variable name. So we are tagging value to the variable name. So here, when we declare a name or a variable, it stores the name in the memory. So in the memory, it stores the name. Every Python name points to the reference. Reference memory is nothing but the address of the variable. For example, my address is 2002. It points the name, the block of memory, the variable points to the reference memory. The reference memory points to the value. So let us take one example. A equal to 1. A is name. It points to the reference. So the reference here 2580410008 is nothing but the address of the value. So every person has an address. Likewise, in the same way, in the memory also, every variable has a address. And the reference points to the object 1, which is in the binary format. We can get this reference object with the Python built-in function. If you want to find out what is the address of A, we can use the ID. ID is a built-in function. With the help of ID, we can know what is the reference memory of the particular variable. Whenever A is created, A contain one value is there. A equal to 1. Means if you want to find out the address of the A, we can use the ID of A. Means it displays the 258041. Depending on the system, every time it will varies. So here, in Python, we are using the tagging system for assigning the value to the variable. It creates a memory space. In that memory space, what we are having is the name is there. Name points to the reference memory. Reference memory points to the value. It is in the binary format. So we'll see the difference in C and Python after creating the variable in C and in Python also. In C, if you change the value of the variable, the box will be updated with the new value. For example, in previous slide, we created A is equal to 1. Now we updated as A equal to 2. It takes another memory space. It stores, it is updated the new value in the A. So in Python, if you change the value of the variable, it just changes the tag to the new value in the memory. In last session, in the last slide, 1 is tagged to the A. Now, after updating the A value, it leaves the tag and it is adding to the 2 value. So, in C, if we assign one variable to another, makes a copy of the value. Means, for example, int A equal to 2, B equal to A. Means, it creates the 2 memory spaces for storing the value A and for storing the value of B. So, it is the wastage of memory. But in Python, it is the tagging to the A and B to the value. So, A contain the 2 value and B is also contain the 2 value. Means, in Python, 2 is tagged to A and tagged to B. If you are creating another variable that also contain the same value, means it is tagging. But here in C, it is creating the memory space for A, 2 memory space for B, 2 memory space for C. So it is the wastage of memory. So in Python, each object can have lots of names. So each value has lot of names. If the value does not contain any name, it is deleted. It will be deleted. So in Python, we don't need to do the housekeeping job of freeing the memory. So it is not having the any tag. Here, 1 is not having any tag. So Python is containing the automatic garbage collection. So does it for you when a value is without name or tags, it is automatically removed from the memory. So the 1 is tagged to the A. Whenever you are updating to 2, the A value is updated to 2, it is tagging to the 2 means, so the 1 does not contain any tag. At that time, it frees the memory with the help of the automatic garbage collector. So there is no need of doing all these things for freeing the memory. So in today's session, we discussed about what is a statement and how to declare a multi-line statements and quotations comments, and flavors in Python. We covered all these topics, flavors in Python, and how to work, how the interpreter work whenever we are creating a variable. So all these topics we are covered in this session. Thank you.